welcome back to another Tech Minds video. Now, as you guys know, I love getting gadgets from AliExpress, especially if they are radio related. Now, I'd seen this item a few times and wondered if it was any good, so I ordered it and it arrived in a couple of weeks. Now, what is this? Well, it's a signal generator that outputs a narrow FM carrier on a user-defined frequency of between 500 kHz and 470 MHz. The output level is variable between minus 132 dBm and minus 70 dBm, so well within range to test both VHF and HF receivers. On the front is a red power button, a backlit 2-line LCD, RF output socket in the form of a BNC, and then over on the right is a numeric keypad and function buttons. Now on the rear is a barrel type connection which takes an input of around 12 volts to power the unit. As well as a narrow FM carrier, this signal generator can modulate a 1, 2 or 3 kHz audio tone for further receiver testing. Another cool feature is a CTCSS or tone squelch generator, meaning you can test your radio's tone squelch to make sure it's working. I'll show you this later in the video. With the unit powered on, you can see the easily readable LCD illuminate. The F1 button allows the user to change between the 4 different adjustable settings. You can tell which is selected by the little arrow pointing towards it. Now once selected, you can use the up and down arrow buttons to change the value. Now if the arrow is on the frequency setting, then as well as using the up and down arrow keys, you can also use the numeric keypad to direct dial a frequency. The top left is the output frequency. The top right is the output power. The bottom right is a tone generator of 0, 1, 2 or 3 kHz, and the bottom left is the CTCSS or tone squelch value if required. Now as a first test, I'll hook up the output of the signal generator to my FT3D antenna port and dial a frequency of 145.500 MHz with the same frequency selected on the radio. For an S9 signal on VHF, the input level should be minus 93 dBm. Now as we decrease the power output level from the signal generator, we can see the signal level drop on the radio. Dropping the level right down is a good way to test to see how sensitive your radio is. Now it's great for comparing different radio sensitivity. Now if we set a tone squelch of 100 Hz on the radio, the squelch should remain closed until we set a 100 Hz CTSS tone on the signal generator. Now changing to the 70cm handband is just a case of direct dialing the frequency and performing the same tests. Now another test I performed to check how well the signal generator works on HF was to hook up the output of the signal generator to the antenna port on my FT-DX10. Setting the radio and the signal generator's frequency to 14.250 MHz, I adjusted the output level to minus 73 dBm. Which should show an S9 signal on the FT-DX10. As you can see here, it's just a smidge under S9, so it's fairly close. The next and last test would be to hook it up to my tiny S8 Ultra, spectrum analyzer and just have a look to see how well this signal generator is calibrated. See if the output matches what it says on the screen. With the signal generator set to 145.5 MHz and the output power set to minus 70 dBm, let's take a look at the TinySA readings using the PC software. As you can see, the level reported on the TinySA is almost the same as that shown on the LCD of the signal generator, meaning its output is fairly consistent with its setting. Well, there we go guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Now this kind of signal generator will not be exactly 100% accurate, mainly due to its low cost, around $70 at the time of making this video. However, if you want something that isn't going to cost thousands of dollars for a professional bit of kit, then this is definitely something worth having amongst your test kit. If you're interested in this precise unit, then I'll leave a link down in the description below. Until the next video, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.